In this video, I'm going to show you how to compare eSIM profiles. There are multiple use cases that require to understand if and where two eSIM profiles differ. For example, during the engineering process, you're dealing with multiple versions which behave differently and you want to figure out what may cause the different behavior. Or you manage a set of profile, for example, for different customers, if you're an EUM or an M2M connectivity provider. Or for different services, if you're an operator. Of course, it is relevant for you to understand where these profiles differ. Or an EUM and an operator cooperate in profile engineering and one of the parties wants to understand what changes the other one did. But comparing two profiles is not straightforward. The reason is that although the configurations of certain aspects might be identical, but the places and the ways where and how this is coded in the two different profiles may differ, in particular in the ASN1 notation of the profiles. Also, the use of templates which are defined in the latest TCA specifications may result in different ASN1 notations of profiles which do not necessarily differ. Hence, comparing just the contents of the two profiles in the ASN1 or DR notation does not work. Instead, we need to compare corresponding configurations one by one, irrespective where in the profile they are located. Let's have a look at how to actually compare profiles. We boot up our profile editor tool. In this case, we use the EUICC profile creator. Let me load two profiles into this tool, which I've prepared for this demo. And I open the second one, which is the one over here. So on the left-hand side, you see that I've loaded two profiles into the tool. Then let's invoke the comparison by pressing the button here at the top and selecting that we want to compare the file system. And in particular, let's compare the eSIM applications of the two profiles. Let's press the compare button and then we can save the report of the comparison. And then, of course, we can also open it and look at the report. So let's do this. This is a report of the profile comparison of my two profiles, which you see here. Let's scroll down and look at the results. What you see here is that the two profiles differ in a couple of things. The first one is, for example, related to SUCI calculation. SUCI calculation is related to a 5G feature of enhanced encryption and data privacy. And there are three elements which differ, which are all related to SUCI calculation. Means in the left-hand side profile, this contains SUCI calculation, whereas in the right-hand side, which means file does not exist, that the SUCI calculation does not work here. The second difference is in the IMSI. You see the content of the IMSI, it differs. And the third difference is in the service table, the EFUST of the eSIM. In the service tables, there's also a difference between the two profiles. So you could go back to the profile, look at the content and check out what this difference actually means. So I hope you got an idea about the usefulness of profile comparison, the pitfalls, but also that there are ways to get this done in a proper and efficient way.